Hello, second grade. So today we are starting a new chapter in religion. We're doing chapter 27 and we're going to do lesson 1 today for today. So chapter 27 is called Jesus Comes to Us, and lesson 1 is called the consecration. The consecration. So I'm going to read to you from page 131, and then we're just going to discuss what this lesson is about. All right, so here it says, a very important part of the Mass is called the consecration. This is when the priest takes the bread and wine and says, "This is my body. This is the chalice of my blood." At that moment, Jesus is there on the altar. We should all adore Jesus. We can pray the words of St. Thomas, the apostle, when he met the risen Jesus. "My Lord and my God." By praying this, we are telling God that we really believe that Jesus is present. All right, so that's on page 131. That's practically the first paragraph. So there's a couple things that we have to know when it comes to consecration. So the person that says, "This is my body, this is the chalice of my blood," is the priest. And so, and those are, let me check something. And only the priest can say this. So only a priest, by the power of Jesus Christ, can say these words and change the bread and the wine into the true body and blood of Christ. So we have to know that only the priest can say these words in order for the bread and wine to be changed into the body and blood of Christ. And so, and he must say those words, "This is my body, this is the chalice of my blood." So there are 3 things that are required. So I wrote a couple of things here for you guys. So the minister for consecration must be a priest, and he has the power through Jesus Christ. He's given the power, by the power of Jesus Christ, to consecrate the bread and wine. The matter is what is being consecrated. Matter, bread, and wine. Form. There are 2 things that the priest will say. "This is my body," and "This is the chalice of my blood." So again, you must have a priest say these words. The matter is the bread and wine that is being consecrated, and the form, "This is my body," and "This is the chalice of my blood." So those 3 things are very important to know. And so, couple of questions for you guys, and I will ask these questions during one of our Zoom meetings as well. But a couple of questions is, who must consecrate the Eucharist? Who must consecrate the Eucharist? So the person that must consecrate the Eucharist is the priest, and by the power of Jesus Christ, the priest is able to consecrate the Eucharist. And what matter must be used? What matter must be used? And I just went over that. So the matter that must be used is the bread and the wine, and that will be eventually changed into the true body and blood of Christ. And the words that must be said for it to be consecrated is, "This is my body, and this is the chalice of my blood." So let's see. And another word that you guys learned, I believe 2 chapters ago, is when the bread and the wine are changed into the true body and blood of Christ. This change is called transubstantiation. Okay, so when the bread is turned into the body of Christ and wine is turned into the blood of Christ, that change is called transubstantiation. Okay, and so consecration, which is a very, very important part of the Mass. Consecration is where the priest takes the bread and the wine and says, "This is the body, this is my body." And then he takes the chalice and says, "This is the chalice of my blood." So consecration is very, very important part of the Mass. And this is where the bread and the wine are changed into the true body and blood of Christ. And then after that we go up and we receive the body and blood of Christ into our body. And that's how we are nourished. And Jesus is also present then during the so when all of these things are done, when the words are said, "This is my body, this is the chalice of my blood," and the bread and the wine are present, and the priest is present, then that's when Jesus becomes truly present on the altar of Eucharist. So your homework for this lesson is page 105. Page 105. If you need any help with this, please let me know, and I'll be happy to help you. All right, second grade, have a wonderful day. Bye.